Let's see. Let's go ahead and get into the special news. I've been working on something, building a mobile car detailing business from the ground up, and I just want y'all to take this journey with me, you know what I'm saying? Help out if you can, become a client. I am mobile around the city, so I can come to you, come to your job. I can come to wherever it's convenient or wherever you want to do this at. I do recommend if I can have some type of source of water, but I am working on the water tanks. You can find me on Instagram, jaysauto.spy.
Welcome to Let's Talk About It. We break down sports, movies, and everything shaping the culture. Real takes, no filters.
Guess who's back?
Back again. Jay's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Da 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 da.
Welcome back to another episode. Let's talk about it. Where we gonna talk about it. This your host that do the most. So let's go ahead and get into today's episode a little bit. I got a special announcement before we get into the episode though, but I'm gonna let y'all know what we're talking about today. We're talking about the movie Primate. We're talking about the movie Send Help. We're talking about we're gonna go ahead and talk about Kyler Murray to all the Viking fans out there, to all the Kyler Murray fans out there, and we also gonna talk about the Raiders. Raider Nation, stand up. Let's go ahead and get into the special news. I've been working on something, building a mobile car detailing business from the ground up, and I just want y'all to take this journey with me, you know what I'm saying? Help out if you can, become a client. I am mobile around the city, so I can come to you, come to your job. I can come to wherever it's convenient or wherever you want to do this at. I do recommend if I can have some type of source of water, but I am working on the water tanks. You can find me on Instagram, jaysauto.spy. And it's going good so far. I got a couple of before and after pictures up there. I messed up some before and after pictures. I got the before picture and then get the after picture twice. So I gotta do better at that.
I want you to be better.
And what else I want to add real quick? I got an MVP package. It's all steam clean. So if you rocking with the podcast, tap in with me. You feel me? I can pull up, get you squared right away. I'm bringing the shine to you for real, for real. So let's go ahead and get this party started. I'm ready. Look, man, I missed y'all for real, for real. Probably some of y'all wondering where I've been, where the videos at and shit. But I've been building this car detailing business, and I've just been taking care of family and working at the same time, trying to make an honest living. At the same time, everything's going good. I had to get back to this. I promise I'll try my best to stay more consistent. I'm more motivated, and you get them times life get busy. That's one of the main things about doing a podcast. They had said it ain't the this and that. It's basically the time that sometimes it's hard to commit that time to it. But if you really love and you really want it, and just commit to it, I mean, you can do anything you put your mind to if you really just stay consistent with it and keep punching at the puncher bag. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about Primate. Boy, I've been watching some movies. That's one thing I ain't stopped. So we got movies to talk about on this episode, on the next episode, on the episode after that. I'm gonna have the Michael movie review coming up. Michael's already out right now, but I'm going to wait to give that review. First, I got to catch up with the Primate, and I got to catch up with Send Help. So let's get to it. Primate, an hour and 32 minutes of rawness. It's rated R. It did win an award for the best feature film at the Toronto After Dark Film Festival. I'm not familiar with a whole bunch of film festivals. I have been to one before. It was pretty dope. I can't complain. But it was cool. So it's like I said, it's a rated R movie. No sex and nudity. Severe violence. They not capping with that. No cap. Severe violence is there. Moderate profanity, moderate alcohol, drugs, smoking, and severe frightening and intense scenes. So all that is true, most definitely. That movie was kind of like unexpectedly violent. Well, it's level to that unexpected. I expected something crazy to happen. Like, you seen Cujo. Cujo had rabies, right? So think about a monkey that got rabies. The monkey's already strong, you know what I'm saying? They already smart. So it's like, damn, it can get really bad. So that's what made me want to see this movie even more, coming from a Cujo fan. The opening weekend for this movie, they made $11.2 million in North America, and also worldwide they made $13.4 million, which is good numbers for like that type of horror movie as far as in the budget for it. I think they had like a $21 million budget. So they did pretty good. I can't lie. It wasn't trash. I love the movie. We're going to go ahead and read off like 3 reviews real quick. So this one person right here said they gave it a 6.5 out of 10. They said, when I heard about this movie, I figured it would be pretty bad, but it's actually a decent film. But it's nothing noteworthy, to be honest. First off, the movie is really intense at times, and Ben is quite intimidating at times throughout the movie. And the film really has some nice cinematography. So, I mean, not bad, you know what I'm saying? It actually turned out better than this person thought, which is a great thing. It's always a great thing. Let's go ahead and read the next one. This person gave it an 8 out of 10. So they said, I had the opportunity to see an early screening of Primate at my local theater. It was surprisingly way scarier than I thought it would be, and I had an amazing time. There's something terrifying about a pet turning against you and behaving like a monster. It had many campy and funny moments as well, which I did enjoy. I think it's not an award-winning film, but it is guaranteed to be an enjoyable time at the multiplex. So that's not a bad review at all. They, like I said, they gave it an 8 out of 10. A lot of people were shocked about this movie. I wasn't shocked. You know, like I said, it's already set up. Any movie with like an animal having rabies or anything like that, just like, I feel like a vicious animal acts like a vicious animal. But when they on rabies, it's a whole different level of viciousness. It's crazy. You ever had an animal attack y'all? If y'all have, put it in the comments what happened. All right, now, so this third review, they said Michael Monkey Myers for sure. All right, one of my favorite slashers. So they said I had low expectations and expected death scenes to be cutaways, but what we get is vicious. There ain't no monkeying around. I'm not exactly sure how you could hate this movie. It's a monkey running around going bananas on everybody. Yes, there's typical dumb horror cliches and dumb characters. I mean, look, pretty much people liking the movie. People was sleeping on this movie and it woke them up. Like I said, I got some friends that's sleeping on it. I've been in the group chat yelling Primate ever since I seen it. Primate. Niggas don't want to give him a chance. It's a really good movie. I highly recommend this movie to anybody. Now, if you don't like severe violence, like gore and blood and all this, you know, all this havoc going on, then yeah, it won't be a movie for you to watch. But if you don't mind it, or if you love it, please check this movie out. Especially if you like Cujo, please check this movie out. I mean, Cujo is a classic, but ain't nothing gonna beat a monkey on rabies for real. So that's just my take on it. So with all my movie reviews, I'm gonna do like a trivia or did you know this fact or whatever. So this is the did you know fact for this. All right, here it is. Did you know Hawaii is the only U.S. state that maintains rabies-free status? The Hawaii State Department of Health confirms this designation, which the state has protected through strict animal quarantine laws since 1912. All dogs and cats entering Hawaii must comply with rabies quarantine requirements. I never knew that until, I found out. So just letting y'all know too, just in case y'all plan to go to Hawaii and want to take your dog, take your cat, take your pets and everything, they're going to have to go through quarantine requirements. It's just going to have to be done. But I still ain't never been to Hawaii. I would love to go to Hawaii for real. Shit. So I'm going to make it out there one day for sure. Anybody been to Hawaii? Put it in the comments. Did y'all love it? Did y'all like it? Was it okay? Did you not like it? What y'all do? You know what I'm saying? Talk to me. Let me go ahead and read off a little bit of facts about chimpanzees. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we all know how they roll, how they rock, how they move. But I'm just going to read off some. So in this article, it says chimpanzees are our closest living relatives.
What?
What? Stop the cap.
I don't know about that. But humans and chimps share about 98 to 99% of DNA. They use tools. Chimps use sticks to fish out termites out of mounds, stone to crack nuts, and leaves to drink. So it's like they got the mind. They're smart enough to do certain things like that to use an actual tool. So think of a monkey with rabies that actually know how to do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a crazy movie, I'm telling you. Watch it with your girl. Watch it with your man. Let's see what else they say. Right here it says they can recognize themselves in mirrors. This shows a level of self-awareness that only a few animals have.
Oh, no way.
Let's see what else. They eat leaves, insects, eggs, fruit. We all knew that, right? Small animals sometimes. Chimp groups can have dozens of members with friendships, rivalries, leaders, and alliances. So I do have a friendship with a monkey. His name is Matt. I ain't gonna say no last name, but Matt, you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? But it's just an inside joke. So listen, this is what's going on in Africa, supposedly. A rare, deadly civil war has broken out between two factions of chimpanzees in Africa. The massive 200-strong Ngogo group split up around 2018 into Western and Central rivals. So it's Western versus the Central monkeys. Former friends and grooming partners are now launching raids, killing at least 7 adult males and 17 plus infants from the other side. So they got a whole gang war over there in the jungle in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in them streets. Don't get caught up in them bushes and leaves and shit and them trees. Ain't gonna be too good for you. That's like the Planet of the Apes type shit. Man, Caesar had one of his own monkey friends, one of his own, try to backdoor him. I don't know. I think that was it the first Planet of the Apes movie? It might have been the second one. But yeah, that motherfucker, he couldn't stand Caesar. I'm also going to have a quote from a movie. So this quote says, now when you watch this movie, listen out for this quote. It says, one of the characters in this movie said, "Who the fuck has a pet chimp?" I mean, I understand that question, but you got to think about it. Michael Jackson had a chimp, and there's plenty other black and white people or Asian people or Mexican, somebody out there that got a monkey, got a chimp, and they might be a pimp. Oh yeah, that movie got a 5.8 out of 10 too on IMDb. All right, y'all, let's talk about Send Help. This movie is 1 hour and 53 minutes. IMDb gave it a 6.8 out of 10. This movie is rated R for mild sex and nudity, severe violence and gore, moderate profanity, mild alcohol and drugs, moderate frightening and intense scenes. All that's true. This movie was a lot more violent and gory than I actually expected, you know. I didn't know that was gonna go this far with the things that was going on in the movie. I thought pretty much it was gonna be stuck on an island and just trying to survive, you know what I'm saying? But they was trying to survive in a gory way, because this specific scene was so tense in the movie. It had me gripping on the arm of the chair, man. Had me gripping on that motherfucker like, God damn shit. Like, whew. You ever see them movies when somebody get their neck chopped off or their head popped or something like that, get their knee busted, you be grabbing your knee too? Somebody got their neck chopped off, you be grabbing your neck, you be like, God. I used to have a friend that do that all the time. But let's see. Yeah, it's a good movie. There's a lot of unexpected things happen in this movie, and the twist in the movie is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it's genius, but it's close to being genius with it. Just a curveball. Like, I love movies when you think you know what's about to happen, you think you know, but you far off, way off. This movie opening weekend made $19.1 million. The final domestic total is $64.7 million. And worldwide, it made $94 million for it. Did way better than, Primate. Not saying Primate didn't do good for what it was, but this movie did better, of course. Let's go ahead and read some reviews. I got 3 reviews from people that seen the same movie. This person right here gave it 8 out of 10. They said Send Help quickly establishes itself as one of the most compelling and engaging films of the year, especially for viewers who were already intrigued by by its intense and mysterious trailer. From the opening moments, the film pulls you into its twisted emotional landscape, blending suspense, dark humor, and psychological tension. It's the kind of movie that demands your attention and rewards you for staying locked in, creating a theatrical experience that feels both immersive and unpredictable. Perfectly said, for real, for real. Whoever this is nailed it. Everything they said this movie is. Especially, I love the part when he said, you gotta lock in. You know what I'm saying? This movie demands your attention. Every movie demands attention, but not every movie gonna get that attention. You know, some people attention span is short, especially if they don't really like the movie or whatever. But I'll be pretty locked in. And that's one thing. That's one of my things about people not being locked in when you watching something. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. It happens sometimes. Let's go on, move on to the next review. They gave it a 7 out of 10. This review says absolutely disgusting in the best way. Hard to watch at times, genuinely nasty, but clearly meant to push you there. I laughed, I cringed, and there were moments I literally couldn't look at the screen. A very effective dark comedy / horror with actors fully committing, especially Rochelle McAdams, who is shockingly good and widely talented in a role I never imagined her in. Uncomfortable, fun, and memorable. Everything they said in this in this message is true too as well. I've seen Rochelle McAdams in a few other movies I can't remember seeing her in, but I can't think of it right off the top right now. But yeah. So on the third review, they gave it a 7 out of 10. So they said Send Help is a fun, high concept survival thriller that doesn't quite live up to what you expect from Sam. Sam is the director of the movie. Okay, so they said, but still holds attention. The boss versus employee reversal gives the film a strong thematic spine, and it's engaging to watch that power dynamic flip under pressure. So the power did kind of switch up, you know what I'm saying? You got the boss, you got the employee. The boss acting like a hoe towards, or an asshole towards the employee. But now we out here in the survival shit. Now we stuck and stranded. You know, the boss might need the employee help. Now the employee kind of turned into the boss around it. So is a dope switch over. It's a good reverse. So yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild for sure. All right, so y'all, it's time for Did You Know type trivia type stuff. You feel me? So this is what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about some of the survival incidents that people had to go through and survive. So let's hear some of these stories a little bit real quick. So there's a person named Bahia Bakari. In 2009, Bakari was the sole survivor of Yemenia. I can't pronounce these names right. It's a foreign name. Yemenia Flight 626, which crashed into the Indian Ocean near the Comoros Islands. She was only 12 years old and clung to floating wreckage in rough, dark water for around 9 to 12 hours before rescued. Damn, just imagine being 12 years old, holding on to some wreckage for 9 to 12 hours. You know what I'm saying? Floating in the water. I swear, that's a scar on your memory right there. So this second little story is about Juliane Kopik. In 1971, Juliane Kopik survived after Lanza Flight 508 broke apart over the Peruvian Amazon. She fell thousands of feet while she still trapped to her seat, then survived 11 days alone in the rainforest before finding help. Damn! 11 days in the rainforest, in a forest that you don't know what God got in there for you, what that rainforest got to offer you, you know? 11 days, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. 11 days of just wild animals and bugs, you know, telling how big the mosquitoes is in that rainforest, you know what I'm saying, in the Amazon. Yeah, you're going to have jaguars, you're going to have probably tigers in that. You're going to have all types of shit. 11 days? Like, I wonder, did she run into any animals, wild animals? Humans can get territorial too. But I'm glad she found help after 11 days, though. For real. 1971. Imagine being out there, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I survived the best way I can. So this third survival story is called the Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571, the Andes survival story. So this is a story In 1972, a rugby team's plane crashed in the Andes Mountains. Survivors were stranded for more than 2 months in freezing conditions before rescue.
Damn!
That's not a place for black people. Get stranded 2 months in freezing conditions. Whoo! Freezing conditions for more than 2 months. How do you survive in freezing conditions? So I like to put myself in them shoes. Not for real though, but like using your imagination, just like thinking about it. Like think about the fear or the stress people put on their minds and body because of a situation like that. I remember this one movie. What's that movie called? I think it's called Mount Everest or something like that. For real. But they had to eat each other. Like they was eating off each other. People that died, that froze to death. I mean, it was survival, They had to turn into cannibals. They had to eat them off. So that shit wild, man. But being stranded in freezing conditions is a whole different level of surviving. So let's go ahead and get into this quote real quick from this movie. So when you watch Send Help, try to remember this quote right here. So this quote says, "Now, never mistake my kindness for weakness." That holds a lot of weight right there. In general, that happens. I feel like my kindness been taken for weakness before, But at the same time, you gotta let people know that don't let nobody take your kindness for weakness. All right, we about to get into it. Kyler Murray, let's talk about it. With the Vikings now.
Damn, that shit feel good.
What's up, Viking Nation? What's up, Minnesota? I'm here. This your boy. I'm ready to rock with you. I got tired of being over there in Arizona, man. It had to be anywhere but Arizona for real. So glad Kyler Murray got away from there.
Damn, that shit feel good.
Making Kyler Murray look bad. And I ain't saying some of the mistakes wasn't Kyler Murray's mistakes, but you can't put everything on Kyler. Bruh, the Cardinals was ass before Kyler got there. Cardinals actually started doing good the first couple of years Kyler was there. Kyler was getting them somewhere. Kyler was the main vocal point, the main focus. I feel like he did have a little bit of growing up to do when he first got in. I feel like he can have better leadership in a sense, but I do believe he has leadership. It ain't like some people just try to make it look like he ain't got no leadership skills. So I just want to read off a little something about Kyler Murray. We're going to start from the basics. Kyler Murray signed with the Minnesota Vikings during 2026 free agency. After being released by the Arizona Cardinals, the Vikings own site lists him as a Vikings quarterback and posted his contract signing video. JJ McCarthy, slide over, my boy. You had your toy. Now you gotta sit down. But right now we're gonna sit down. We're gonna sit you down. We're gonna see what Kyler gonna do. He gonna bring a whole different type of arsenal. He gonna bring the arm. He gonna bring the accuracy, and he gonna bring the mobility. He gonna bring that speed. Let's go ahead and read the next thing. He used to give the Vikings problems. Before joining Minnesota, Murray played against the Vikings 3 times with Arizona. His career numbers versus Minnesota: 986 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and a 94.3 passer rating. Besides those interceptions, that's pretty solid. Against Minnesota, I say it's pretty solid. I feel like it's pretty solid. So, but his record against Minnesota is 1-2. As a Cardinal, his biggest game came in 2021 when he threw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns in a 34-33 Cardinals win. So, won by 1 point. They got that one win. You weren't finna beat us 3 times in a row. That's the Kyler Murray way. He ain't gonna let you slide with some sweet shit. Why the Vikings fit is interesting for Kyler Murray. Murray brings a different style than a traditional pocket quarterback. He can extend plays, scramble, and create offense when protection breaks down. For a Vikings offense with playmakers, that could be dangerous if he stays healthy and limits turnovers. There's nothing wrong with what was said right there. Gotta stay healthy. I'm starting to realize my boy having a little problem staying healthy, man. So if he could just focus on his health, don't take unnecessary hits, Kyler Murray be all right. I feel like the offensive line, man, the Vikings offensive line is way better than the Cardinals offensive line. I ain't gonna lie. Why you think Kyler Murray just running all over the goddamn place? Because he ain't got no O-line to protect them. O-line be sitting on their ass. So here's the question, everybody, and please answer in the comments. What y'all think? Is Kyler Murray getting a fresh start in Minnesota? Or are the Vikings taking a risky gamble? So that's the question right now. Me? Of course, I think it's a fresh start in Minnesota. It's a fresh start for Kyler, and it's a fresh start for Minnesota. My boy got Justin Jefferson out there to throw to. When Kyler Murray has a legit receiver to throw to, a receiver, not a tight end, because Kyler was feeding Trey McBride all day on the Cardinals. All day. That's all you were throwing to. Where you at? Trey. Y'all get the idea. But now, Kyler can go. JJ, Jordan Addison, Hawkinson. And what other receivers they got? Y'all hear that? I'm tweaking. Something fell around here. So yeah, they gonna get it right. The running back, who they running back? What's his nigga name? Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is pretty solid. I like Aaron Jones. He getting up there in age though, you know what I'm saying? But he was solid. He was solid in Minnesota. He was solid in Green Bay. But he had to split that workload. So it has been said that Kyler Murray, the questions about Kyler Murray is health, consistency, leadership, and turnovers. But I feel like there's no obstacle my boy can't overcome. So we're going to see how it rock. We're going to see how it go. Viking Nation, I'm here, baby.
Damn, that shit feel good.
I'm here. I'm going to get the chain and everything. You feel me? I'm ready to go. Let's get to work. Work on the kitchen table where the cash at. Work on the kitchen table where the cash at. Work on the kitchen table where the cash at. All right, y'all. Last but not least, let's go ahead and talk about them Raider boys. Stand up, Raider Nation. All my Raider fans, leave a comment, please. Let's get it, because this our year, baby. I ain't saying we going to make the Super Bowl or nothing like that, but this our year to show and prove that we can at least fight. Last year was the worst Raiders season I have ever experienced and had to live through.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping?
It was so bad, bro. Like, I believed in Geno Smith. I believed in everything that we had lined up. Now, Ashton Genty, he got some time to grow, man. You know, I feel like he did pretty good his rookie year. He can do only but so much as a rookie, you know, especially with the O-line we had, which wasn't bad like that. But at the same time, that shit just wasn't it. Brock Bowers did his thing, you know, excluding Brock Bowers, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else was just like, look, man, what we doing, man? We can't live like this. We can't play like this, man. We can't have Raider Nation going out like this. So I'm so happy about the draft. Man, we drafted some great players. So let's go ahead and go down this list real quick of these great players that we drafted. Some of these young bulls, some of these Thundercats, some of these shorties. Let's go with our 7th round pick. We're going to start from 7. We're going to go to 1. 7th round pick, Brandon Cleveland. A defensive tackle from NC State. So let's just say we went quarterback and we went heavy on defense. But anyway, so the 7th round pick, Brandon Cleveland, defensive tackle from North Carolina State. 1 pick in the 6th round, we picked Malik Benson, receiver from Oregon. That's a deep threat right there, for real. That's a good pickup, especially in the 6th round. Go look at Malik Benson highlights over there in Oregon, for real. My eye itch. I'm serious. Like, he got speed. He a deep threat. He can get past the defender. And once you get past that defender, boy, he just start murking, dog. Just murking. So we had 2 picks in the 5th round. We picked Dalton Johnson, and I don't know who this dude is. Well, Dalton Johnson from Arizona, but the other guy, I don't know who it is. Hezekiah Masses, play for California. He's a cornerback. Dalton Johnson is a safety. Got 2 picks in the 4th round. Jermod McCoy from Tennessee, cornerback. And we got Mike Washington Jr., running back from Arkansas. 3rd round, we got 2 picks. We picked Keyron Crawford, defensive end, Auburn. We got Trey Zun the 3rd, a guard. I like that. Good pick. All defenses, you know what I'm saying? 1 pick in the 2nd round, Tredon Stukes, safety from Arizona. And we got the number 1 pick, that boy Fernando Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza, boy, we've been looking for a franchise quarterback. We finally got one. We ain't had no first pick since Jamarcus Russell. I'm so glad we got this boy Fernando Mendoza, man. Y'all should see the videos, man. Like little videos I be finding of him. Like he really happy to be a Raiders fan, man. This kid's gonna turn around the whole organization. I ain't gonna say he gonna do it next season. I ain't saying the season after that, but this is a great start. Work on our defense. Get a solid franchise quarterback. Now we got Kirk Cousins. Now I say let's start Kirk Cousins for like maybe the first 3 weeks or something like that. Then kind of like get Mendoza in there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But if anything, shit, let Mendoza learn under Kirk Cousins, because Kirk Cousins, he ain't no scrub. He a vet. He know the game. So I think he would be like a good teacher for Mendoza for real. Don't y'all think? Let me know what you think in the comments. So we went quarterback. So we went receiver. So we went running back. And then went heavy on defense. But they're saying that the sleeper still was Jermichael McCoy. So I like that. I'm not familiar with Jermichael McCoy like that for real. But I checked out his highlights, man. He seemed pretty solid for real. So if I don't know a player, you know what I'm saying, I'll look at their highlights and make my judgment. When it comes to the receiver room, Malik Benson, all right. But we need like a superstar receiver, or not even a superstar receiver. We need an all-star receiver. If it's not gonna be an all-star receiver, just give us a solid receiver that we can work off of. But like I said, I'm glad to be back talking about this stuff with y'all, man. I got some more topics we're gonna talk about on the next episode. It's a few things I want to cover. I got some more movie reviews to cover with y'all, man, and I want to talk about that Pooh Shiesty and Gucci shit that's going on. And we're going to keep the ball rolling. Y'all stay safe out here. Y'all stay blessed. Keep your head on swivel. Take care of your family. Don't get so stressed out over things that we have no control over. Times is hard. Times is crazy. We got wars going on. We got a lot of foul shit going on. But I also believe there's some good in between all this bad. So yeah, y'all keep it right, keep it tight. Y'all stay smooth out there. All right, I'm out. Peace. Oh wait, hold on. Before I leave, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitch. I don't stream as much as I should, but just go ahead and follow me on there anyway, because I'm gonna pick that back up. And I ain't never stopped. I just kind of braked, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, catch me on there. Catch me on TikTok. Catch me on Facebook. Follow me on my mobile car detailing business, Jay's Auto Spa. So the Instagram again is jaysauto.spa. You'll find me right there. DM me if you want to be booked, or if you want to set up an appointment, or text me if you want to set up an appointment. The number is right there on the Instagram page too as well. So trying to think, is there anything else I want to say before we go? Because I'd be like, damn, I should have said this. The next thing you know, I got to edit the message in the episode. But I think we good. So y'all have a good night. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace.